Ah, I feel like I'm sort of on a beach in the Caribbean, sipping a pina colada or something like that when that music plays. Welcome back to Craft House. Oh my giddy aunt, have we got an incredible craft house for you? Craft House is all about us welcoming people into our crafty home here on Crafters TV. Sometimes we bring in our viewers and very, very talented crafters, and sometimes we bring in some of our best friends when it comes to brands, and that's exactly what we have done today. It's all going to be about Hunkydory. They are all about the most fabulous paper crafting kits for you, all designed and manufactured in-house by them in the Northwest. I know so many of you absolutely love all of the products that they bring to you. We still have double points running for you all the way up to the end of Sunday. I don't know why that's where the end of Sunday is. And also in this show, don't forget, we're going to be announcing the daily winner of that bounty, that haul of awesome crafting items. All you need to do to be in with a chance of winning, of course, is comment away. And you can either do that with me over on Facebook, search for Crafters TV, or you can do it over on YouTube by searching for Crafters Companion. 3 brand new collections, hot off the press. You will have never seen them. It's been so busy in the run up to this show. In this collection, we have the first one, Acorn Wood, we're going to be taking a look at. This is all about those cute animal scenes. You have got a luxury topper collection, you have got a 6x6 pads, and you're going to get all the inserts. If you want to go for that, as many of you have already, $27.97 or $41.27. Then the next one, the Schmetterlings. It's going to be a knock your socks off busy for this. It is your favourite so far. Look at it, it's so gorgeous. Gorgeous blue tones, all of those butterflies within there. Again, we're talking about a luxury topper pad. You've got an 8x8 paper pad, and you've got fabulous inserts in there too. Now we also, spring, I don't know if it's like it where you are, but it really feels like spring has truly sprung here in the UK, and we have got an awesome collection for you just here. It is your spring meadow that we are looking at. It's your Forever Florals Spring Melody. In here, you're going to get a luxury topper collection. You are going to get a 8x8 pad, and you are going to get the inserts too. Now, great value, however you want to go for those individual bundles, but I need to let you know already 10% of the Buy the Show collection has sold out and gone. It gets you all 3 of the collections that I've just shared with you for an incredible price, $83.51 or $123.22. That saves you, compared to buying the individual items, $36.40 or $53.69. However, I know so many of you already are platinum members. You're going to get some sort of discount depending on where you are in the club, but platinum members, I'm looking at you, £66.60 or $98.58. Means you're saving over £50 and almost $80. Phenomenal value. We're going to talk loads about all of this before we go through the show. Adam Rose wants to know what a Schmetterling is. It's a butterfly in German. Lots of you saying hi already. I can see Jill, Hannah-Law, Adam, Malia, Susan, Valerie, Candice, Beth, Alison, Georgianne. Clip yourself in, guys, because it is, that was me putting the seatbelt on. It is going to be a Fast and Furious show, and there's going to be so much fabulousness in it as well. Talking of fabulous, he's the king of Hunkydory, really, when it comes to our shows here on Crafters TV. Craig is with me. How exciting, Craig?
Oh my gosh, I am absolutely buzzing. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a heads up tease. The other day, we were going to have a little snippet of Hunkydory tonight, and we've then come in to an absolute launch. As Joe says, you have not seen these on Crafters TV before. You've got that by the show. That blue, isn't it absolutely gorgeous? You know how much I love Hunkydory, and yeah, always a pleasure to do the launches or any shows when it comes to Hunkydory. So let's get started. Let's do a demo, and we could not start anywhere other than the blue collection. I keep calling it blue, butterfly blue collection.
I want to call it Little Belle Blue. I don't know why. Is that a nursery rhyme? Little Belle Blue? I don't know.
Who knows?
We'll find out.
Who knows? But let me just show you as well, Joe. I've got this here. Now, I'm not going to go through everything. I just want to show you this blue. This is the blue mirror card that I'm going to be using throughout the whole lot. You've heard me say this time and time again that the Mirri is a brand. You are not going to get any better than Mirri, and that's what Hunkydory use. Look at that blue. Absolutely incredible. So that's exactly what we're going to use. Couldn't help yourself there, Joe, could you?
No.
You had to get that in. You do like that bit of shiny. So that's what go for it. Let's go for it. Now what I've done is I've taken our white smooth stamping card. You might have your own card blanks at home, but I've made my own, and the reason I've made my own is because I've made it 6.5 by 6.5. So therefore, 6.5 by 6.5, same on the back, but I've just scored at 1/2 inch. So let's go in with my red liner tape, and I'm going to pop that along the back here. And I'm going to bring in my little snippy scissors. So here we go, right here. We're going to go into place here. So I'm going to use my red liner tape, create our card blank, and we are going to bring in our pokey tool. Now within this collection here, I've used a mix of the topper set. I've used the mix of that 8x8 pad that you get, and I've also included the actual inserts as well. So we've got our 6.5 by 6.5 card blank good to go. We've brought in, just look at it, absolutely adore this midi card. You could emboss it if you want. I'm not, I'm going to go straight on. And what I've also done is I've brought in one of the sheets from the 8x8 paper pad as well. It is double-sided, you get multiple sheets so you can choose. And I would, Joe, with this midi card, I would be gutting the centre with my dies or my paper trimmer, but for time and speed tonight, I'm not going to. So I've taken my pattern paper and I've done this to 6.5, no I've not, 6 inches by 6 inches, 6.25 by 6.25, and then that will go on our 6.5 by 6.5. This cardstock and paper within the pads, it is adorable scoreable. So with this one here, you can't ink onto it because of the coating, but you can certainly be adding your detail with your embossing folders. So we've got that one here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my tape runner all the way round, and we're going to bring in our actual card blank. So we've got that into place here. So before I go any further, what I've done is I've taken one of the inserts. Now the inserts are on A4 and they are a matte, so you can stamp onto them, you can write onto them, or do what I do and run them through my printer. People ask me, Craig, how do you do that? I'll just cut it to 8x8, then I go onto Microsoft Word and I type out my sentiment or verse and print it out that way. So I'm then going to bring this one in. So for this one, I have done this to 5 3/4 by 6 1/4, and that's going to give me my matting layer. If you want to add a little bit of that electric blue, you can, or even ink round, you can, but I've left it as it is. So what I'm then going to do is I'm going to come in another piece of that paper pad and the electric blue. So that's 4 3/4 by 4 3/4 and 5.5 by 5.5. Just wanting to check something in a minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go round here, all the way round, and layer these ones up into place. So what I've done is I have taken some of my acetate. So I've taken the Hunkydory acetate, which is 7.5 inches by 6.5, but what I've done is I've scored at an inch in. So I've scored that in an inch in, it's quite hard to say, isn't it? Inch in. So therefore, what that does is that gives me 6.5 by 6.5 acetate wrap. So what I'm going to do on the back, I'm even actually going to trim this down that little bit more. So if I bring this one into place, I'm going to line this one up, and I'm going to trim it down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this so that my edge here, Joe, is 1/2 inch. And the reason being, if I turn over my card blank onto my seam that I've got here, if I pop my red liner tape and snip, I can then take that one off. What I'm going to do is feed that one in, and then I'm going to press that into place. Now what I'm going to do as well, if I just go backwards and I'm going to take the actual collection. Now within the collection, within all the topper sheets, you've got lots of extra bits, and I know that within one of them, I'm going to have a border here. So what I'm going to do for this one, let's take the border. I'm going to snip this one out, and it's about covering the workings. So if I pop these ones out, they're all die cut, which means that all you need to do is just either snip away or pull away. I do like to snip so that we can get rid of all of the workings. And now what I'm going to do, once again, over the back, I'm going to pop my red liner tape. I'm going to take away this.
And now, what about putting this on the back, Craig? You like that idea?
And yeah, and what it does as well is it hides the workings, Joe, of the acetate. And it gives that little bit of decoration on the back as well. So you could be popping your handmade stamp or your handmade sticker on the back. So what it also does is it not only covers the workings, but it just gives that little bit of decoration to the back, like you say. So what I'm going to do is if I then open this one up, and I'm going to pop this into the middle. So if we line this one up here, so this one can go into the middle as well. So if we press that here, you can go into the center if you want, but I'm not. I'm just going to go up towards the top left. Then also within one of those topper sheets, what you've got is you've got your butterfly topper with one of the blue frames. Now the blue mirror matches within the toppers as well. So it's all going to complement each other. So if you do go for that mirror card, then you're going to know all the layers are going to work beautifully.
It's exceptionally busy right off the bat for that big collection and the mirror card as well, Craig. Almost everyone that is buying the Butterfly Blue or the By the Show collection is adding the mirror card into their basket. A lot of you bought it before the show as well. So if you're thinking about the blue mirror, sooner rather than later would be my advice.
Absolutely, yeah. Go for it. Always go for it. Because you can still create and use your card blanks with them if you want. I don't. I would do it with my mats and layers, but you've got that option. So what I'm then going to do is if I take one of these sentiments, which says, "Thank you for being you," which also comes within one of the topper sheets. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer these ones up. I'm going to pop that into the middle. And I'm going to move that out the way, and I'm going to leave it like that. You can come along with any gems or pearls to finish it off, but you've got your sentiment in the middle, you've got your acetate wrap that you've got here, and then I'm going to bring in this finished one that we've got here. So if we bring this one out now, the acetate that Hunkydory used, they did use one that have got mirror on them. So you need to ignore this pattern of the acetate because this isn't something that we have on the show, but this is showing you the concept that you can see by adding the pearls and your finished sentiment. How lovely does that look? And it's just giving you that different look as well by using the acetate, by using the background papers, but you're still incorporating the actual insert as well, covering the workings by using that strip that you've got there. If there's anything extra that I'm going to urge you to get, check out the adorable scoreable packs that you'll see coming up throughout the show. But that blue mirror card, check that one out within your basket. You're not going to want to miss out on that one, that's for sure.
No, absolutely do not. Very busy already. Just since we've gone live, we've lost 20% of the stock already. Exceptional start to the show. If you want the blue mirror, you get 20 sheets, £7.99 or £11.99. Add it in with that By the Show collection or with the Butterfly Blue collections. You will not regret it. So do grab that. 20% gone since the start of the show. Right, we are going to look through the collections now. I'm going to look through them for you in a little bit more depth. Now, as always with Hunkydory, the great thing is for each collection, you're going to firstly get the inspiration sheet in here. And this is fantastic because if you are a new crafter, this gives you a really good idea of how you're going to compose these projects. What you've got in here, which is awesome, is you've got 8 foiled and die cut topper sheets. You've also got 8 accent foiled cardstock sheets and then 8 printed cardstocks as well. I'm just going to run you through. You're going to get 2 of each design, by the way. So what I'm showing you here, you're getting the same again, which is awesome. So this cardstock is fantastic. Wonderful if you want to fussy cut some of these elements out of here as well. It's a durable, scorable spoons. You've got no crack in your crease, which is fantastic. Really, really exceptional quality. A mixture of 300 and 350 GSM there in that luxury topper collection. So you get that, and then you get the same again with the toppers. Then what we've got for you is the 8x8 paper pad. Now this is awesome. 48 pages, 160 GSM. So great for mats and layers. Wonderful if you don't want to add too much weight to your card. You've got great designs on one side and then awesome backgrounds on the other side, which is brilliant. Again, it's got a real nice gloss finish to this as well. So you're going to really enjoy crafting with this. So you're going to get that included as well. And then what you're also going to get is you're going to get 36 inserts within here too. Now the inserts are beautiful because what you get is you get the same designs from the topper collection, but you get it in this really, I'm not sure if you can see it, you get it in that really lovely muted finish there, which is fantastic. Let me just turn this around so you can see this. There we are. You get it in this really lovely muted finish, which is fantastic. So I'll just show you these. I'm a bit fingers and thumbs tonight, aren't I? Let me just share that. So there you go. You can see all of those beautiful designs, the peacocks, the birds, the butterflies, they're all in there for you, which is brilliant. You've got 36 of those in total, which is fantastic. Right, we are going to share with you next what you are getting in the spring meadow. So let me just show you. Again, what you're getting is you're getting 8 of the foiled and die cut toppers. You're getting 8 of the accent foiled cardstock, and then you're getting 8 as well of the printed cardstock in the topper collection itself. Again, you've got the inspiration sheet in there. What I love is Hunkydory used absolutely every single part. You've got borders, you've got a essential element, and then a frame as well, little tags in here. You've got really something for everything. Use the waist as round. You've still got foiling there on the waist, so you can definitely fussy cut around that if you want to. Love this sheet of small tags and sentiments. There are so many in here for you. And then you've got all your flowers in here too, which is also really cool and a bit different. Again, the colour tone is beautiful. It's very spring. It's also on an uncoated cardstock. So maybe if you wanted to bring in some inks and that sort of stuff, absolutely, you've got the ability to do that. It all pops out very, very easily, as you can see just there. We've then got this fantastic cardstock, and I think the cardstock in this one is absolutely exceptional. It really is gorgeous, and it's so spring-like. It's going to be perfect for all of your crafting at this time of the year. Really beautiful. Accent foils in there as well. Really beautiful floral elements too. Really brilliant, that one. I love it. You're going to get exactly what I've showed you there, and you're also going to get that again because you're getting 2 of each design, which is fantastic. You're also going to get the 8x8 pad in here as well. Now the 8x8 pad is also uncoated. It means that if you want to stamp it, you absolutely can. I love that. Using your guillotine, you're going to be able to break this page here, for instance. You've got 4, 8, 10, 12, 13 elements there. You're going to be able to cut that down and use every single element beautifully. And that's the same all the way through this pad. So imagine the craftability you've got in here. Look at some of the background papers as well. They are absolutely stunning if you choose to use the reverse of them, which is wonderful. Really, really beautiful. 8x8 there as well. Now, let me share with you the inserts too, because the inserts are absolutely gorgeous. Look at that beautiful muted imagery that you've got on each and every one of these. It really is a great design. Let me just share with you. I just love that it's so floral. I think the thing is with floral, it's really easy to give, isn't it? There's not really many people that you can't give floral to, so it's great for this time of the year. You can see here again, even little butterflies brought through beautifully there as well. So you're going to get 36 of those. I've just shown you half of them there. You're going to get the same again, which is fantastic. Now, there is a cardstock selection to go with this. Let me just share it with you. So it's down here. It contains 30 sheets, this particular collection. So let me just share that with you. And again, all colour match. It's on Hunkydory, Adorable Scorable Ink Me cardstock. So if you want to add ink to that, you can. And that colour palette selected, of course, to go with and complement that spring melody collection beautifully for you as well. So do make sure you get your hands on that one. Let's just pop that over there out the way. Right, next collection for you. All the collections available individually, but far and away the busiest option is going for the buy the show. That seems to be what everyone is going for at the moment. In here, again, you are going to get the inspiration sheet, which is fantastic. So again, it's going to give you all of those wonderful ideas for how you're going to use these beautiful collections. And then again, die cut toppers. I love the imagery in here. I think it is so playful and cute. And again, a really kind of pastel color tone, which you're going to find really, really craftable. I love these little diamond tags and all the smaller tags, which you don't often see an awful lot of. Again, you've got banners, you've got toppers. Here, I mean, for instance, you've got 1, 2 frames in there and then the topper itself. So if you wanted to mat and layer that up, you really are going to create something that's got lots of depth and dimension and interest in there as well. I love this one with a rabbit in the welly. How cute is that? And again, these are going to be perfect for your card blanks if you wanted to use them for card blanks. Cut into them if you wanted to. I mean, this one, for instance, you could definitely cut into this, fussy cut around here. You could then take this bit out as a border. You've got lots of different craftability options. Now, whether you want to make projects using purely these collections, or you want to use them as a bit of a stash builder and use it alongside your other brands, absolutely you're going to be able to do both of those things. So you've got that one in there, which is beautiful. So that's your acorn wood topper collection. Then you've got a 6x6 collection pad in this collection, and the 6x6 is also uncoated, so it's in an Ink Me cardstock. And again, the imagery is just so playful and fun. It really is super cute. You do have repeats in here as well, so if you did want to fussy cut and decoupage, then that is definitely something that you could do with this collection. So that's that. And then what you also get is you then get the luxury, the inserts in here, the luxury card inserts, and again, it is the same imagery from the collections just pulled for it. It's a little hard for you to see it on our cameras. I think it's our studio lights, but it is beautiful, really, really gorgeous, super playful, and something that you're going to find really versatile, I'm sure. So that is that one. That is your acorn wood that you've got in there. There is an acorn wood Matastic collection to go with it too, if you wanted to add that into your baskets. With this one, again, you're getting 30 sheets of this, and again, color tones match beautifully to go in here. Adorable, scoreable, as well as matastic, meaning that you're not going to get any cracks. So if you're using it for construction, if you're using it for card blanks, it's going to be perfect. It's 350 GSM as well, which is a really good heavyweight cardstock there for you, which is fantastic. So don't miss out on that. Now, far and away, the best value is going to give you all 3 of the smaller collections that I showed you. So you're going to get, of course, the acorn wood, you're going to get the butterfly blue in there, and you're going to get the spring melody. 83.51 or 123.22. Everyone's got a great saving. Platinum members, you're going to save over £50, just under $80, which is fantastic. Now remember, even when we bring other brands into the studio here at Crafters TV, we still honour your platinum discount. We still honour any other promotions that are ongoing at the time as well. So it means that double points, absolutely, you can avail of that on these Hunkydory items, which is fantastic. Very busy on the Buy the Show collection at the moment, as well as all the individuals. There is a price point for everyone. A lot of people going for the Buy the Show collection, then adding the 3 individual adorable, scoreable card packs into their basket as well. It's very busy out there. Lots of you chatting away as well. I better read some comments out, because otherwise I'm getting so many, I'm going to get snowed in. Sheila says she's so excited, she's already placed an order. Adam Rose says, Crafts Companion has definitely given me a new joy in crafting. I may not be good at it just yet, but I'm having a blast practicing. Sandra says her order's in. Malia saying, oh my, the butterfly collection is divine. Evelyn saying, I've ordered the butterflies and the blue mirror. Misty says the animals are super cute. She's loving those. Hadassah says, yes, the blue is beautiful. It is indeed, isn't it? Fred says, hello, my crafty friends, and that cutie patootie Joe in his ducky jumper. How lovely. Lynn says, Joe, I was thinking the same. Shiny. It really, really is shiny. 3 collections, Craig, all kind of different, but all I can imagine them all kind of working together at the same time.
Well, Gosh, yeah, absolutely they will. You know, you've got that blue that's just that so sharp. Then obviously you've got the little one, you've got the acorn wood, so that's going to be good for the younger ones as well. But then you do have your springtime, which is going to be good for the male as well as any generation. But what I want to do is we're going to move on to the acorn woods, and I want to show you a few finished samples. So this is the sort of things that you can be making. And because the toppers are a lot of different sizes, you can do your 8x8, 7x7, 6x6. You can do even your small cards. You can do all your construction if you want to. So these are what you're going to be making, pinks and lilacs, and you've got peaches throughout. So here's this one. And then what about this one here? So this is an easel card with acetate. How well is that? So that's just a 6x6 card blank with a piece of acetate over the edge and creating that into an easel card. So fun to do all these different things. So what we're going to do is let's make a card. And because what Joe said, it's matte-tastic. So that means that you can ink and you can stamp onto it. So I've taken one of the A4 backgrounds and I've chopped this one down. So it is 7.5 by 7.5. And I've taken some baby pink, and the topper that you can see, this is the topper that I'm going to use. So we've got that pink throughout it. So that's where I thought we'd bring in the pink. And we're going to add a little bit of colour all the way around. Just a little bit, not lots and lots. So there's very little, but I can see it close up. I don't think maybe you might see it on your screen, but it is there. What we'll do is we'll do a little bit of a close-up in a moment so that you can see that we have got some going on. So what we're going to do is go all the way around by adding that little bit of colour. And the reason I wanted to add some pink is we're actually going to pull it back slightly with a bit of that matte-tastic adorable scoreable that's going to complement this collection. So we'll be able, so that you can start to see you've got that halo all the way around of the pink. Also what I'm going to do is if I set that to the side, I've taken one of the coordinated inserts. So the coordinated inserts, you can mix and match if you want, but you do get your inserts that matches with the main background. Very subtle. It's really drawn back when it comes to colour, but that so enables you to write, stamp, print on top of it and still be able to read the writing, but also you're still able to then see the image on the back. So once again, using that same coloured ink, using the baby pink, I'm going to round the edges and just add in that little bit of extra colour. So I believe I'm following Georgina's
we can see it now.
You can see it this time. Excellent. So we're going over our inserts. So let's go up to this top corner. Now the insert with the butterfly blue collection, what I done is I attached it all the way around. That's one way. Now the way that I usually attach my inserts is quite freely. So what I've done is I've taken my cardstock, which is 8x8, and I've taken another one, 8x8. I've scored at 1/2 inch and put my red liner tape. So I'm going to peel that off, and I'm going to line up my cardstock. This is a great way that if you are having to watch your pennies, you're trying to save money, but you still want the fun crafty stuff, instead of buying card blanks, make them yourself. You might of course have the Ultimate Pro or our current Get It Got It Good on its way, so you can make all your envelopes yourself. But what I want to do is give that a bit clean because I don't want any pink onto the back of my card. So let's do that. There we go. So we've got our card blank here and we've got our seam at the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my insert. Now the way that I like to attach mine, Joe, you've actually got two options. You can either attach it just down the side or just along the top that you can see here. I like to do it at the side because if you go into any of the real expensive card shops and you look at the inserts, they're nice and free flowing. They've got that luxuriousness to them. Instead of them being straight down, unable to move, you've got that little bit of extra luxury so that it's going to be free flowing openly as you open up. So this is where I like to do it down the side. So if I pop this one into place and I'm going to line that one up right against the spine of the card, and then I'm going to press. So that just means now when we open it up, you've got, just see how it just adds that little bit extra
nice, isn't it?
interest.
A bit of extra interest.
It does. Interest to your card, and then it's luxury anyway, because it's Crafter's Companion and Hunkydory, and you're, of course, hand making it. So what I've then done, I've taken my background that I've chopped down, and I've inked around the edges, and I've taken one of the Matastic Adorable Scoreable, and I've used this one because it picks out some of the tan and brown shades throughout the image, as well as some of the background as well. So that's why I have chosen that one. And this one, because it is 350 GSM, what you'll definitely get away with is gut in the center. So either using your dies or a craft knife, I've taken my wee V-blade paper trimmer, and all that I'm going to do is I always use the end of my paper trimmer.
Do you use this, Craig?
Have you never seen it? No, it's not one that I use a lot. It's what I tend to use for gutting my cardstock.
Okay.
So what I've done is I always do it to the end of my paper trimmer as a guide. If you've got one at home, you can be using your measurements. So what I do is I score just so that I'm maybe about ½ an inch away from the edge on each side, turning it around, going up to my line again and coming down to maybe about ½ an inch here. Don't worry if you cross over, because you're not going to see that. I'm going to come in again, and then I'm going to come down maybe about just away ½ an inch from the bottom. And then last but not least, I'm going to join them together. That's taken out the center, so I can use that elsewhere in my crafting. That's not waste. But what we can then do is if we come in with our adhesive, so we're going to go around with our tape runner, and then we can add that into the middle. So we can line that one up. Now, you're not seeing that gap or aperture within the middle, but you're not wasting it either. So you've got your matting layer all the way round, but then you've still got your aperture piece in the middle. Get away with doing that because it's 350 GSM, so you've still got a strong weight. And then I'm going to go around once again with my tape runner. You could use your adhesive of choice. Obviously, everyone knows when I'm at home, I do like to use my double-sided tape, but when I'm on here, I'll tend to use my tape runner. Pressing that one in, and then even just nice as a backdrop, you can see a little sentiment. Or what about if you've got your memory books, you know, our 8x8 or our 10x10 ones would look good if you want to create a page. But I have taken one of the toppers from the topper sheets, and then you've got your outside frame, you've got your inner frame as well as your image. So they're all die cut, and you're just going to pop them out. Now, two things, I would come along afterwards with my scissors, and it's tiny little pips that are holding the images into place. So I'd come along with my scissors and just trim away the pips away. Alternatively, if you've got a nail file, file the end just slightly to take them away. But for time and speed, of course, I'm just going to carry on without doing that. So we've got our frame, and now I'm going to go round this one with my acetate and with my tape runner, and we're going to pop our acetate into place here. So what I need to do as well, let's just trim just the points of my acetate so that we don't see them.
Is it construction or heat resistant, or does it not matter really, Craig?
This is construction for this one, but for this specific card or layout that I'm doing, you could use your heat proof. Although that's a lot thinner, it's not going to matter because we're just using it as kind of as a window, not an actual shaker element. So then what I can do is if I come along with a few foam pads, so I'm going to pop some in each corner to lift it up. Let's put a couple more, and then we're going to lay this onto our card blank.
How fabulous. Loads of love for these collections in the comments. June saying, what a great fun Saturday we're having. Chivixon says, I'm in the process of making a card for my sister today. I'm here to pick up great tips from Craig. Dawn says the butterfly papers, so beautiful. Joyce says she loves these shows. Hannah-Law loving the blues as well. And Sandra says she just received her Miri Galaxy collection and it is absolutely stunning.
I remember that collection. That was
Great
gorgeous,
one,
wasn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. Now what I'm doing is I've taken one of these borders and I've snipped it now, so it is the length. But what I'm going to do is, you could use a pencil if you want, but I'm going to use my poke tool as a little guide. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually just drawing around the side of the bunny. Now I know it's so hard for you to see here, but what I'm going to do is I've just drawn that round just by scratching with my poke tool. I'm going to follow the line that I've done, and I can pop that back. So then the border is coming all the way along. And then what I need to do is I'm going to turn this one around so I've got a flush edge. And then I'm going to hold that one in. So let's take the bunny tail here. And then once again, I'm following the outline of the bunny. And then I'm going to chop that in. I'm going to go around. And I'm going to put a little mark here so that I can see where that needs to end. So I can pop that here. So then what I'm going to do now is if I come along with my tape runner all the way along, and we can pop that one in. So line that one up here. If you find more easier and comfortable using your all-purpose or your tacky glue, you can do. So let's tap that one in, add that in, and then what I'm going to do is if I come this one in, and this layer here with the main photo, I'm going to pop it on just with the flat tape, and then we can come in here. And now before I press it in completely, I'm going to lightly just press it down, and then I'm going to come along with my topper. I want to see if I'm going to get that kind of where I want it, and in actual fact, I've got it pretty much spot on. So I'm going to press that in. I'm then going to bring that one over the top. I'm going to finish that one off, and then literally the last one, we're going to take one of these toppers, sentiment toppers, that comes within the full sheets as well, and it says, "Happy birthday." How cute is that? So I'm going to bring this one in here, and then if I pop that there, I'm going to press, and that's all that I'm going to do with this one here. So you can see how we have got our card, 8x8 card come together. We've pulled in a bit of that pink using our baby pink ink, and then what we've done is we've gone round the edges with one of the adorable scoreable, which is the tan, and with the insert, we're leaving that just free flowing that you can see.
Absolutely gorgeous, Craig, and something I really think anyone can do, you know.
Absolutely.
Just composing the card already, which is fantastic. So great when you're in a hurry, great if you are newer to crafting as well, but in the same breath, you know, more experienced crafters are really going to be able to bring their own stamp to this, which I think is absolutely awesome. I'm going to run you back through what you are getting in this collection, in the acorn wood. So you're going to receive the inspiration sheet, as you do for all the collections, and this is fantastic for giving you a good idea of some of the projects that you can put together. What you've then got, of course, are your die cut and foiled toppers. There are absolutely loads crammed within here. With just this one alone, you've got three here, because you've got the frames as well. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 elements just on that one sheet, which is fantastic. Then we have this one. I love this, the gorgeous little bunny rabbit here, the cake as well. And these are really interesting, these little diamond shaped toppers that you've got on the side there. This next one here, you can see with the rabbit, beautiful. I mean, even the backing sheet, the waist sheet, has got some beautiful imagery within there as well. You've got the bunnies in the wellies with the florals, absolutely stunning. Then you've got your printed papers or card, and your printed and foiled card here as well. I'm just showing you half of the topper collection. You're going to get all of the same designs again, which is fantastic. You get two designs, two of each design in there, which is brilliant. So that is that, a mixture of 300 and 350 GSM cardstock there within that one. You've then also got the 6x6 papers, which are awesome. These are on 160 GSM. You do get some repeats in here as well. They are still double-sided though, so you've got a background for each one of these images. It's the same imagery which is tied through into that luxury topper collection as well, so really wonderful for tying everything in together. Then what you're going to get as well is you're going to get the luxury inserts. Now, let me just share these with you because it's the same imagery, but I love how it's totally muted, the designs, and it works so well as an insert. Whether you're doing it as a floaty insert, as Craig showed you, I mean, you could even fussy cut some of this imagery if you wanted to. It's a little difficult for you to see with our studio lights here, but it is, because it's so muted. But when you get it at home, there you go, you kind of get a better idea just there of what that looks like. You can really see it nicely. I need to let you know that this collection on its own, the Acorn Wood, $27.97 or $41.27, 30% of this has already gone. It is very, very busy. Now there is a Matastic collection which goes with this too. Let me just grab that and share it with you. Beautiful colour palette, all mixed and designed to go beautifully with the main collection. 30% of this has also gone. Nearly everyone actually adding one of these into their basket with the By the Show and the Acorn Wood. Really, really gorgeous. 30 sheets, adorable scorable, uncoated ink me as well. So it means that you can add inks to that. You can stamp onto this cardstock if you want to as well. And it's a 350 GSM. So it is really, really fantastic quality. Now, we've got some great sentiments for you. So you've got the Essential Book of Sentiments, and you've also got, there's two different ones here for you. This is the Adorable Scorable one just here, which is brilliant. So again, this has got all the different sentiments that you need. So loads of different styles of sentiments. So these ones are all your masculine ones. And then what you'll do is you'll get them in a combination of colours, which is fantastic. So this one here, you can see we've got all of our birthday ones. You've actually got 40 sheets in here, and you've got them in silver and gold foiling. There is something for literally every occasion you can imagine in there. You've got 640 sentiments arranged across the two books. You've then got this one, which is the Matastic, so it's not got that coating on it, but again, equally beautiful, really versatile, and great for so many different occasions. Details out on your screen for this one. So you get 640 in the first book I showed you, and then 640 in this one. 20% of both of these have gone. They're both $11.99 or $17.49. So do get your hands on those. Now, a couple of mirror cards that I want to share with you. Hunkydory's mirror card is branded. It is their mirror card. It's fantastic. It still has that adorable scorable quality to it. This one here is 220 GSM. It feels heavier than that because obviously you've got that mirror coating on there. And this is the geometrics here. I absolutely love it. It's, again, sometimes a little hard for you to see the quality of the design in the studio under the lights, but really beautiful, a real plethora of different colours within there too. I think you're going to enjoy using that. So it comes together with the rainbow. So you get the geo, and then you're also going to receive the rainbow with it. This is so me, this rainbow. Let me just turn this around so you can see all of these wonderful designs. Here we go. So there, this one is your rainbow. Oh gosh, I think I need this one. Honestly, it is absolutely stunning. So it's again mirror, but all the colours of the rainbow in here for you as well. Look at that, isn't it gorgeous? You've got that round design, then you've got this one, which is kind of like an ombre design as well, and then it's just stunning. Rainbow's really popular at the moment. This year, and the last year or so especially, seems to have had a real resurgence. You get 10 sheets in there, 3 of each design, which is fantastic. So those two together, it's 60 sheets total, and it's £20 or $29 if you wanted to get hold of that. I've also got some other adorable scorable pattern card packs available in the show, and this one here is your Galaxy Dreams that I'm going to share with you, and it is galactic. It really is. It's really lovely. What I love about this one is maybe if you've always loved the idea of like the inky backgrounds that we sometimes do, but maybe you don't have the products or the confidence to create them, this is fantastic because it gives you that same kind of look and feel, but it's all done for you. 24 sheets in the Galaxy Dream, $7.99 or $11.99. Then we also have for you the Gorgeous Grunge. Now the Gorgeous Grunge is on a Matastic, so you can definitely ink this and add elements to it. It's really fabulous. Again, it's got that kind of inky background S quality to it, but great quality. Once again, it's 350 GSM. You get 24 sheets. 30%, however, of that has sold out and gone. I also need to just quickly go back to the Galaxy because I'm just hearing that 70% now of the Galaxy has sold out and gone. It is really busy for those. Lots of you have got that in your basket at the moment, so do check that out. Right, I need to go back to the Buy the Show, because the Buy the Show, of course, has the three main collections in there. You've got the Butterfly Blue in there, you've got the wonderful Spring Melody in there as well, and you've got the Acorn Wood. I need to let you know that 30% of the stock has already gone here. It's $83.51 or $123.22. As a Platinum member, you can get hold of it for £66.80 or $98.56 is your price. I'm going to give you an opportunity to check out, because 30% of the stock has already gone, but there are lots of you with very full baskets. So whilst you do that, let's share with you all the details of Club Inspire, because remember, you've got those double points until the end of tomorrow.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a Platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a Gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money-saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
So many of you absolutely loving this show and getting your orders placed as well. Julie says, love that cute little bunny. Karen says the collections are stunning. Lean loves the bunnies, says they're just so cute. June says, I love the bunnies and plan to use them for Easter card when it arrives. Lisa says, I'm quite new to watching Crafted TV and I love it. So informative and inspiring. I'm so glad I have found you. We're glad you found us as well, Lisa. Lynn says the samples are all gorgeous. Hunkydory images are always lovely. Hannah Law's loving the bunnies. Katrina's well and truly stocked up. She's got herself the Hunkydory Electric Blue, the Galaxy and the Butterfly Blue collections. Blue is my favourite colour and the Electric Blue is beautiful. Can't wait to play around with that. Malia was loving that last demonstration there. Al says that that card was beautiful. Barbara also agreeing, as was Kathy and Lean. Lean also loving the geometrics and the rainbows. Margie agreeing as well, says she loves anything space or galaxy. Katrina says, I already have the geometric rainbow collection and use it with my creator card dies, the church and the cross. What a beautiful, beautiful Easter card. And finally, Malia saying, OMG, that rainbow mirror card, I had to get it. Wanted it since Hunkydory released it and I got 2, plus the Galaxy as well. I ordered it yesterday. I'm going to have fun when it comes. I cannot wait. So many of you getting your orders in. It's an exceptionally busy show. The Electric Blue card stock, talking about that, half the stock of this has now sold out and gone. We actually have another show planned in on Monday with these items. However, I don't think they're all going to be there, judging by how busy it's been in the first 45 minutes of this show. We also have the Hunkydory Acorn Wood Bunnies Special, 30%, almost a third now of that one has sold out and gone. And we've got the Spring Melody for you as well. 30% of the Spring Melody has sold out and gone. Very, very busy. Right, Craig, more inspiration. What's up next?
Right, so we're going to go with the spring collection, springtime. Just to say as well, you may have seen on your screen with that electric blue, it said 2 of each designs. It's just one design and there's 20 sheets of them. So just in case you wonder, thinking, what kind of designs have you got? It's blue mirror card and there's 20 sheets in total. So there's no designs on it, or just in case you wonder. But here we go, so have a look at these ones here. Anything that's going to shout springtime, it's going to be this collection. This collection is going to work absolutely beautifully, perfectly with our birth month floral stamp and die set that Sarah Kay designed. So if you want to do some additional stamping to work along these, then you can do. Because these are matte-tastic, as you said, Jo, very much like the acorn woods, you can stamp as well as colour on top. But go small, go large. We're going to make a small card, round about this size, but it's more, maybe you can make it in a wallet. You can decide in a moment. So what we can do, so even here, bringing in your nesting dies that you can see here, creating little windows. There's no acetate there, but you might want to put some. Concept cards that you can see by using your Ultimate Pro and your scoreboard. I do have to say, Jo, that all these finished samples that I'm showing you specifically tonight all come from Hunkydory's design team, and they have done an absolute incredible job. I know many of them quite well, and as they always do, they do a sterling job, just like our team do at Crafter's Companion. Now, I can keep going through more and more. We'll maybe show you some more later on, but let's get demoing. So what I've done is I've taken the matte-tastic adorable scoreable that complements that collection, and what I've done is I've taken this deep kind of fuchsia colour and I've cut it to 10 inches by 5 inches, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to score at 3.5 inches. So I'm going to go in at 3.5 inches and score. And why is it called adorable scoreable? Because you score it and crease it, and you get no cracking whatsoever. That little light you're seeing is just the light reflection. So let's go a bit close up if we can. We can see, there we go. So there is no cracking in that crease. So it doesn't matter if it's the original durable scoreable, meaning it's coated, or if it is this matte-tastic. All the backgrounds are adorable scoreable as well, so you're going to get that incredible pristine score each and every time. Then I've taken from the same adorable scoreable cardstock, I've taken this green colour and I've done that to 11 inches by 3.5 inches. And what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to score this in half and fold it. So let's go 5.5 inches and folding that one over and scoring it. So then what I'm going to do now, so if I move that one out the way, let's take our layer here. Now at this point, you can chop and change. You might want to have, this is going to be the front of the card, you might want to have the pink here with the white here. You might want to change it so you've got the pink on the back and white on the back. And the reason I'm saying that is because what I'm going to do is I've taken one of the blue, is it blue bottles, bluebells?
Bluebells?
The backgrounds. And what I've done is I have trimmed this one down to 6 by 4.5, and I've taken a piece of gold cardstock, which is 6.25 by 4.75. So we can matte and layer this one on. So I'm going to go all the way around. After I've done this demo, I'm going to have to come along, Jo, and clean my glass
Getting
mat.
a bit sticky over there, Craig.
Sticky. Get sticky. So I'll clean that in a moment. So we can layer that one up. Now from the same cardstock, I've chopped up another bit here and I have cut that to 4.5 by 3 inches. And we're going to mat and layer that over the top. So we're going to go round. And I keep saying you could add colour and you can stamp, which you can do. But what about if you've got your glitters? Maybe you've got your Gildan flakes, you could go around the edges, maybe a little bit of your Gildan waxes if you want. You've got that option. So what I'm going to do now...
It's sticky, isn't it?
It's sticky.
Very sticky.
Rather sticky. So what I was on about with the layers option, so I'm going to put them like this. Now this is where you're seeing the pink and you're seeing the white backdrop all the way around, or you could change it so you've got your white layer all the way around here, and you've got your pink layer on the back.
Love
so
that.
You've got that option. Alternatively, what you could do, if, let's say, leaving it this bit here, you could take another bit of the pink and just lay that completely over the top, Jo, trim it, and then you will have a pink layer each side. So, you know, you've got a few choices there. I'm going to go with the original way that I've done my demo, and I'm going to do it so we've got the white on the back and the pink on the top. So we can bring this one in and matte and layer this one into the middle. Press that in. We can bring this one and we can go all the way around. This is then going to go onto this side, and we're going to layer that one up here. So what we can then do is set that to the side for the time being, taking our little rectangle that we've already done, and still using the original A4 backdrop that I've used for here, the background. I've taken another one, so I've done two, which both of these are 5 by 3, and then I've got 5 1/4 by 3 1/4 of gold mirror card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to matte and layer these ones up so we can go into place here. So if I pop this one on to my gold, so let's layer that on top of each other there. We're also going to do the same on this one. Now this one has got all this crackling effect. So if you've got your crackled effect embossing folders, or maybe your texture embossing folders, anything like that, you might even want to come along with some pastes over the top. You've got that option as well. Really have a look, see what else you can do, because the Hunkydory collections are absolutely perfect for a new beginner. Just create your card blanks and attach your toppers, or if you're more experienced, you can go to town, bring in everything else that you've got at home, and start to go that little bit further. So mats and layers on each of these. So we're going to bring this one in here. That can go over the top like that one. We can open it up, and this one can go into the middle here. And then what we're going to do on this back bit, we're going to add some adhesive. So we're going to go all the way around.
This is a really different style of card, Craig, isn't it?
Different style. It really is. And it's a different style for me because I'm not much for concept cards. But what we can then do is we can then come in, and I'm going to lay that pretty much within the center. And I'm going to open this one up now. So in the middle, I've taken one of the toppers, which we've got the geranium, and it tells you about that. We've got all the detail about the geranium that you can see here. So what I'm then going to do is I'm going to pop this one on flat, and we can sit that one into the middle here. Let's close this one, and we're going to bring in another couple of toppers that come from the same sheet. So what I'm going to do with this die cut ring, because that came in like that one, I'm going to go around the edges with my adhesive. So working it round, all the way round. Can you imagine one like this, Joe? Little shakers. Imagine a little shaker card or a little shaker tag. That would look quite smart, wouldn't it?
Really lovely.
So
loads of you are loving this as well. So many comments, so many people placing their orders and letting me know that blue mirror, Craig, as predicted by us both, it's absolutely flying out the door still.
I knew it would. I absolutely knew it would, because it's absolutely phenomenal. And for anyone that's new to us at Crafters TV and Crafters Companion or Hunkydory, mirror card, so we have got a lot of mirror card. Now mirror is a brand, so the way that I like to explain it, you've got mirror or you've got mirror. The other way, I know there's other brands out there, but you've got Coca-Cola, the brand, and you've got Cola, the shop brand. Mirror card is like the shop's own brand, and mirror is like the absolute, key brand out there. And that's what Hunkydory use. And that's why it's the best of the best when it comes to all their layers. So what I've done, popped that ring all the way around. I've popped the actual aperture topper to the left-hand side on a foam pad. I've popped out that You're Bloomin' Marvellous. And what I've done, maybe about 3/4 of the way, I've popped a foam pad to lift it up here. And I've popped the base here with some low-tack tape, tape runner. So it's going to be on a bit of a curve. And then what I can do is, using my bow that I've already hand-tied, I'm then going to go into just the middle here, and I'm going to tape that in with my tape, and then that gives us a bit of a different concept card. So you could maybe write your sentiment if you want, but you've got this little book fold card that you can see here. So it's something a wee bit different. So we can see how that is there. You've got that little bit of dimension when it comes to the toppers there. You've got the ribbon, you've got the bow. Leave that out if you want and write your sentiment, or maybe do it on the back. Alternatively, you do have the inserts that you can, of course, use them. Now, exactly the same. The only difference is I have used some of Hunkydory's perils in that corner there. So nothing different, I've just added the perils instead to finish it off. So there we go, a different style when it comes to the Hunkydory kit. So think outside the box, although I hate that phrase in crafting, but do think about it.
It's going to take us hours to get through choosing the demo of the show. This rate, Craig, absolutely firing through them. Sandra said, never use Miri, it looks stunning. So I just ordered my first pack. I don't think you're going to be disappointed, Sandra. C. Turner says, Joe, you look dashing today, thank you. Ray says, I just made my great friend a birthday card using the Hunkydory Hydrangea collection. It was beautiful and she absolutely loved it. So pleased to hear that. Sharon says, these Forever Florals are so pretty and the bunny is so cute, I want it all. Kim says, I have a lot of the Hunkydory kits and the Adorable Scoreable. I love all of it. Misty's asking what you use to clean the adhesive off of your mat, Craig, off your glass mat.
What was that, sorry, Joe?
So, Misty is asking what you use to clean your glass mat, get the adhesive off of it.
So I use an adhesive cleaner. Alternatively, you could use just an alcohol cleaner. So if you've got even something like your blending solution, if you had a big tub of it, of course, that would work. But really, the best way is your adhesive cleaner.
Awesome, do grab those. Yvonne says, well, I did it again. One set for me and some for my crafting partner, my granddaughter. Mr. Woolley says, just treated my wife to the Hunkydory. What a great husband. Patricia says, oh wow, thanks for explaining Miri versus Miri. Sharon says she's in her 70s, always loved crafting, just getting into card making now. She says she's not very good at it, but watching these demonstrations helps a lot. I'm glad we're able to help. Sandra says, wow, Craig, your ideas for cards are beautiful. And June saying, I love this card. I'll have to watch again to get the measurements right. Absolutely, you can. If you miss anything, remember you can always come back and watch it again at any point. So if you get this home, if you're ordering something in the show, make a note of the date and the time, and then once it arrives, come back, watch the show, get all the inspiration again. We've got in here our inspiration sheet first and foremost, which is this one just here, and this is going to give you loads of ideas when it comes to the composition of your projects. Then what you've got in here is 8 die cut and foiled topper sheets, which are awesome. And again, every single bit of every page taken care of here. You're also going to get 8 of the printed cardstock and 8 of the printed and foiled. Love this. You've got all of your different flowers in here. You've got an explanation about spring. You've got things like tulips, begonias, snowdrops, daffodils on here. I can see clematis. Clematis or clematis? I don't know. I got primrose, absolutely loads of different flowers in there. Clematis, is it? Why do I think it's clematis? I'm not sure. What?
I've never heard it called that. There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
You be you, Joe.
Yeah, I often do. I really do. You've got all the different elements again. I love that there's some butterflies coming into the artwork here as well. Lots of different shaped toppers for you too, so giving you lots of variation in that regard. And again, you can see all of those beautiful ones in there. Love the little tags with the hole punches there, so you can use those also. Then we come on to the cardstock that you've got. Again, colorway and also artwork is reflective of that on the topper sheets there as well. Really beautiful. Love that burst of colour with the daffodils too. I think this is just something you're going to really, really enjoy crafting. One of those you get at home, you spread it all out on the floor and have a good look at it and get really excited as to the different projects that you are going to be making. Now, that's your luxury topper collection. I've only shown you half of it there though. You're getting the same again, which is fantastic. And then what we've got is the 8x8 pad in here too. This is fantastic. Again, it's uncoated, it's on an Inkme cardstock, and every single one of these pages you're able to trim it down. You know, this one here, for instance, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you've probably got a border there as well, 7 different elements, or use the backing papers that are on the other side. So loads of options all the way through this, which is absolutely fantastic. You've got all of that in there for you. That is your 8x8 pad. And then you're also going to get in here the wonderful inserts too. Again, they've big sort of statement flowers on the inserts, Really, really lovely and very muted, so work beautifully on the insides of your card, which is fantastic. That's half of them. You're getting 36 sheets there in total. $29.97 or $44.22 if you'd like to get your hands on it. You'd like to create some of these gorgeous projects, then you can absolutely do that. The next collection I've got for you is the acorn wood. Now, again, we're going to start with that luxury topper collection that you've got just here. And again, you're getting the inspiration sheet in there, as you always do with these Hunkydory kits. And again, the artwork in here is absolutely second to none. I fear I've got this all upside down. Let's have a look. I have indeed. Let's try that again. Again, the artwork. I love the shapes of the toppers as well. I mean, a lot of brands just do sort of standard square toppers or, you know, standard round ones. You'll always find something a little bit more intricate and a little bit more detailed within your Hunkydory collections. Loving these smaller diamond shaped tags, not something I've seen before. These are great too. I love the fact that this one here, for instance, you've got 1, 2 borders and then the topper itself. So if you wanted to pop those out, decoupage those up or get some foam pads behind them, you're going to get something awesome. This is just cute as a button, isn't it? With the rabbits and the little pink welly boots there as well. Then you've got your printed cardstock and you've got your printed and foiled cardstock within here too. You're going to get 8 sheets of each. I'm only showing you half of what you're getting here because you are getting everything 2 sheets of each design, which is just wonderful. Because sometimes it's all right having only one with each design, Craig, but how often when you have one of each design do you not use it because you're so desperate, you don't want to craft all of it? So it's great that you've got 2 in here. So if there's any that you particularly love, then you've always got one that you're going to be able to hang on to, which is awesome. Then you're going to get the 6x6 pad in here too, which is again fantastic. You've got 4 sheets of 12 different designs in here. So again, if you do want to fussy cut and decoupage, you've got the option to allow you to do that. The artwork matches and the colorway, of course, matches great with that luxury topper collection too. So you've got that coming included for you. And then you're also going to receive your luxury inserts in here too. 160 GSM on these. And again, that same artwork, but in that very muted pastel tone that you can see just there. Really, really lovely, very subtle. Different designs in here as well. These are all, that's all printed, those last few at the back. So mixing it up, giving you a little bit of variation in there as well. That is your acorn wood collection, $27.97 or $41.27. Right, we're going to go on to the blue. Of the acorn collection, 40% of that is sold out and gone, I need to let you know. Now we're going to go on to the butterflies, which we just all knew, didn't we, was going to be the star of the show this evening. Really beautiful. Again, lots of different designs on there. A lot of different concept cards actually on the design sheet, which is awesome. Again, it's this blue tone, which you guys are absolutely loving. You've got borders in here. Loads and loads on each and every sheet, as you would expect. I love that there's smaller ones in here too, so you can just add those as little accents to your projects. Love these peacocks in here also, but of course it's all about the butterflies. The butterfly designs are just cute. There's some of it's got a sort of slightly ethereal note to it as well, which is really lovely. Then we move into your papers. So you've got 4 of your printed papers. No, you've 8 of your printed papers, sorry, and 8 of your foiled and printed papers. There we go. I'm only showing you again half of what you're getting. You're going to get double because you're going to get 2 of each design, which is absolutely awesome. So there is your luxury topper collection. You've then got your 8x8 pad in this one, which is lovely. 48 pages, 160 GSM, double-sided. Again, it's definitely coated. It's got a lovely sheen and shine to the finish of it, but just beautiful. And again, cut this down, fussy cut it if you want to. You've got the corresponding backing paper with each of the focal pages as well. So it means that if you do want to do mats and layers, all that color coordination has been completely thought about for you as well. So you've got that one in there. And then what you've got here is you've then got your Hunkydory luxury inserts, again, with the butterfly theme. And again, it's in that kind of muted tone, which is always so popular when it comes to the inserts that you've got. They are very difficult for you to see under our studio lights, but they are really gorgeous when you get these home. And lots of you already had the luxury inserts and love them. If you want to get that one, $29.97 or $44.22 of that. Butterfly Blue on its own is half gone now. We're only just over halfway through this show. We do have another show on Monday planned as well, so I don't know what we're going to have left at that point. If you want to go for all three of the collections, then we can give them to you at an even better price. If you were buying everything individually, you'd be looking at $119.31 or $176.91. Today, $83.51 if you're in the UK, $123.22 in the US. Platinum members can get us just over £65, just under $100. Fantastic value for money. Half the stock though has gone, and that is people that have checked out and have secured their order. There's a lot of you though in the ordering process, which is fantastic. Let me just share with you also the Miri card stock, because this has been so busy. 60% now of this has gone. It's just gorgeous. The quality of this is unbelievable. You are getting 20 sheets within here, but 60% of the stock of this now has totally sold out and gone. You are going to need to be quick for that one if you want it. Lots of you still chatting away with me as well. June, loving all the demos. Kim agrees as well. Anne couldn't resist and has ordered the bunnies. Karen says she loves all the gold foiling. Lolita as well, agreeing, loves the gold foiling, really makes it pop. Laura's just got her order in, and Lolita saying, well, so much materials included. What a good value collection it is. Absolutely. If you want the best value, then it's the Buy the Show collection that you want to go for, which gives you the best value for money in the entire show, without a doubt. Right, I know Craig's got loads more inspiring demos planned for us. So what would you like to share with us next, Craig?
So we're going to go back to the Butterfly Blue, and then what we're going to do is do a little our take on a wee bit of a spinner card. What I want to do first is I want to show you some finished samples that you can be making. Keeping it very simple using your scoreboard or your Ultimate Pro. What I would always say, you can absolutely use the printed or foiled card blanks as card blanks, but I would be using my white smooth stamping card, creating my own, and then that's going to enable your backgrounds to go a lot further. But you were on about, Joe, how you could be snipping into your backgrounds that you can see here. And that's what we've done on this one here. This one was actually done by Natalie at the office. So the main kind of like TV team at Hunkydory is Anne-Marie, who is currently on annual leave. She's on maternity leave. So there's Anne-Marie, Natalie, Pauline, P. Wheels, and Sheila as well. So they're the four. But what we can do with these ones is do lots of other ones. So simply large cards, mats and layers with your foam pads. You might want to do your easel cards that you can see here. Not a lot to them, but how lovely do they look? And that blue is simply phenomenal. I'm not surprised that 60%'s gone. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes by the end of the show.
I think it's very, very realistic that it will happen, Craig.
Not surprised. Not surprised. And then kind of like a little bit of a box make card, we can see with the acetate. So instead of doing an acetate fold, created a box one. And I don't know if I can quite see as well, on this blue Miri card, who used this one? Kat Hollis, she made this one. She's used a dotty embossing folder onto the blue Miri. There we go. So I'm going to tip it. There we go. See how well that works. So do think about your folders that you've got at home and how you can be using them. So what we're going to do is let's bring in my card blank and my layers. So with this one here, I've created my card blank 7x7, just the same way as I have done before. Then what I've done is I've taken another piece of that electric blue and one of the backgrounds here. So the backgrounds I have cut to 6.5 by 6.5. That is 6 3/4 by 6 3/4. So we've got that one. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way around with my tape runner. And just like the Centura Pearl, Joe, what I would do, not Centura Pearl, Adorable Scoreable, is I would gut the center. But for time, I'm going to not do that. What I've done on one of the topper sheets is I've popped out two of these little toppers, really nice, delicate little toppers. And then one of the outline dies that we've got, well, it's like a die that you've cut, but this is actually a die cut topper. So I've popped that one out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this onto here to start with. And now let's bring in let's go for our dotty tape runner. So let's go in here, and I'm going to bring in my dotty tape runner, just because it's a fine edge, and I'm going to go all the way round. And I've just cleaned my mat, Joe, and look, I'm going to go and make it all sticky again.
What you like.
What I like. So I'm bringing this back in, and then I'm going to pop that into place here. So let's pop that one in there, and then we're going to press that. Then what I'm going to do, let's bring in our craft knife. Now you could be very, very neat if you want to. I'm not. I'm going to do what I showed you in the craft along earlier on. I'm going to cut a bit of a cross, so we can cross that like that. I'm going to bring in my scissors, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out this center part. So I'm going to take a chunk of it all out first. So we're going to go all the way round.
Is it easier then, Craig, to remove the vast majority of it first?
I do it, yeah. Because if you don't, you end up fighting with all of these little corners that you're trying to cut. So I always find the best way, get the majority of it out of the way, unless of course you're wanting to keep that middle part here, then be really, really careful when it comes to cutting, and then you'll be able to use that elsewhere. But as we always say, you know, we are up against the clock, so I'm just going to cut it out. And then I'm going to trim in now. Now when it comes to the corners, I'm not getting that right neat edge at the moment. So what I do is I get the majority of it out the way. So let's cut all the way. If you find doing this bit easier with a craft knife, you can do. I find it easier to cut the cross, get rid of most of it, and then come in with my scissors. So cut down into that corner and then go back in and just snip that little excess bit out. Take that one out here, do the same in this bit, cut into the corner, and then we can then cut into there. So that gives us our little arch aperture that we've got. So what I'm then going to do is I'm going to bring in my card blank, and I'm going to pop that one over the top just now. I'm not sticking it down. I'm going to go in with a pencil, and I'm going to draw around that. And then what I'm going to do once again is I'm going to do a cross. I'm going to open this one out. I'm going to do a cross so we can get most of this out. And just like we've done before, I'm going to cut most of this excess away. But what I also want to do is if I cut straight onto that pencil line, what's going to happen is some of that white card, as well as that pencil line, is actually going to be seen through the aperture. So cut maybe a good couple of millimeters to the outside of your pencil line. So get going. So find, this might sound stupid, but find what feels comfortable with your hands when it comes to cutting out, because I find it easier to start here because I've got the seam to hold on to, rather than start here and I'm fighting with this edge here.
Right,
so you'll know what I mean when I say what feels comfortable. So all that I'm going to do is just cut round, Joe.
Samantha Cheney says, man, oh man, the blue is beautiful. We're making cards as soon as I get it. Sue Hint says, OMG, these card samples are all so gorgeous. I absolutely love them. Karen saying as well, I'm going to use the butterfly blue collection to make things to add to the decorations in my house. What a great idea. Think about home decor, think about box frames. There's going to be so many different ways of using these. They'll look great in scrapbook projects too. So there's absolutely loads of things that you can do with these, even if you're not necessarily a card crafter first and foremost. You're still going to find great ways of using them, I think.
Oh, absolutely you are. And whether it's just for yourself to have some fun, then by all means you can do. But like us at Crafters Companion, Hunkydory have an incredible angel policy, and that is basically make and sell to your heart's content. As long as you're making something, then go for it. So whether it is online or once the fairs are back up and running, then go for it. Have fun. So we've created our aperture here, and then what we can do is if I bring that back into place here and then line it up, I'm going to make sure that I don't see any of that white, which I don't, so we are all good. So then what I'm going to do is I'll set that out the way for the time being. I've got these two little toppers, and then I've also got my tape. You could use your tape runner, but I want extra strength for this one. So I'm going to go in with my double-sided tape, and to be even extra secure, I'm going to go in with a line of our red liner tape. So we can then snip that away. If we take the backing off, and then what I can do is I've got a tiny bit, well, I say tiny bit, it's a long bit, but it's very, very thin thread. So I'm going to take that bit off there, and then here. So I've got this real thin bit of thread. So let's see, I've got a bit of black card here so you can see how thin it is. So we've got our thread here, and it's extra long just now. So that I've got more than enough to play with. So I'm going to centralize that. So let's go onto my glass mat so that you can see from up above. And then I'm going to run my thread all the way down the center. So well, as close to the center as I can get. Let's reline that one up. And then I'm going to press that onto my adhesive. And then to make doubly sure, let's do that again. Let's go line up here. Let's redo that one. You're going to be, of course, you're taking your time. You're not going to be rushing like I am, because I want to get through as many demos as I can, because I just want you to see everything. It's just phenomenal that I want you to see it all. So I want to get through as much as we can. So I've got that thread. You have to trust me. The thread is there. And I'm going to.
Is it imaginary thread?
It's like it, isn't it? It's not, but it does look like it because it's really clear. So what I'm then going to do is I'm going to back that topper on top here. So if I top that onto the top here, so if I press that into place, then now you'll see if I hold each edge of the thread, we've got our spinner.
Fabulous.
So then what I can do, before we attach our card blank, I'm going to put my red liner tape. The normal double-sided tape or your tape runner will work, but because it's a spinner and a concept, I really want to make sure that that thread is more than stuck down. So what I can do is come along and I can take these bits off. So if I peel that, and then that, and then I'm going to bring in my topper and I'm going to get that as close to the center as I can. And then once I've got it where I want, let's just line that up again. I'm going to tug on the thread and really press down. And then I'm going to do the same from the top. So I'm going to hold that and make it really taut and press. And then what I'm also going to do, Joe, is because I've got extra amount, I'm going to go back and forwards on itself to make sure that it's going to be really, really sturdy. And then we're going to do exactly the same at the bottom there, just go up and down, no specific way, just making sure that we've got more than enough that's going to be secure. Let's take that and then that. So we can then take our tape runner, or because I'm wanting to make sure it's nice and sturdy, let's use our tape for this one. So I'm going to go around all the edges, and don't be afraid to put a number of layers of the low tack tape, double-sided tape, to secure it all. So I'm going to go on all the way around. I've probably got more than I need, but it's just to show you, don't be scared to put a lot on. So I'm going to peel that off. Now this one here with the workings, these ones and these ones, I'm going to leave them on, and that's just going to secure it without it moving. So we can take these ones, and then these ones. We can then come back into place here, and I'm going to overlay my layer here. So once I'm happy, I can press. And then what I'm also going to do, on the same topper sheet, we've got one of these strips. So I'm going to put a little mark with my pokey tool where I need to cut. If you want to use your guillotine, then by all means you can. So if I snip that off, and then I can come along with my tape runner, we're going to add that in with the sentiment, and then we're going to finish off with the insert. So there's that one. There is our sentiment that we've got here that says, enjoy your day. So what we can do with that one is we can, well, basically pop it wherever you like. but I'm going to do that. So we've got just for you on your day. If I open it up, and what I've done is I've taken my, you like how it spins as I opened it at the same time?
Oh, that's really cool.
It's quite cool, isn't it? And I've taken one of the double-sided papers from the 8x8 pad, and that can then go onto the back here. So that can get placed into here. And then what I've also done is I've taken a little bit of the insert. So this, because it's matte, you can stamp onto it, ink onto it, print onto it. So we are at the end of my tape runner. So let's bring in another one. Work our way around. This is the last bit of this one. This one can then come in. I'm going to pop it, offset it, only because I want to see that full bit of the background as I close it. And what I mean by that is we see that full pattern there. Last thing I want is a little strip of one background paper and then another shining through. And then there we go. We've got our card and we've got that spinner aspect. So we can spin, 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 very much similar to our spinner cards that we've done. And then we can close that one. And then if we open that one up, once the recipient opens it, you've got that look at that spin in
Love
action.
that. What an interesting concept that is.
It's nice, isn't it? Bit
Really
different.
lovely.
You've got that movement, you've got that depth, you've got that dimension, but it's completely flat. Apart from that little bit of the foam pad, it's going to go into a normal envelope as well.
Karen Scannell really wants to know, Craig, what is your favourite kind of card to make?
My favourite kind of card is, it's going to be boring to a lot of you, it's a bog standard 8x8 card.
Really?
I love doing an 8x8 card. You'll see me doing them time and time again. If it's not 8x8, it's 7x7. Funny enough, we talked about it just the other day. I'm not sure if it was you or Becky. I'm not much of a concept card, you know, for your sidesteppers and your easels, that sort of stuff. I don't do them a lot. I do like my square cards, 8x8, 7x7, A5, that sort of shape. But yeah, if there's one that I'll go to time and time again, it's an 8x8 card.
Lovely. I hope that answers your question, Karen. Sue says Craig is doing an amazing job teaching us so many awesome tips and always so easy to follow. Christine loves that card, as does Donna. She says anyone would love to receive that. Absolutely, they would. Let me recap that collection again for you then, because it was done, of course, using the Butterfly Blue collection, which is your favourite collection out of the three smaller collections which are available on the show today. So you're going to get the inspiration sheet within here. Then you're going to get 8 of these foiled and die cut toppers for you, which are just awesome. Every single part of the page taken up with these toppers. I love that you get 3 elements within one of these size toppers too. So really making the most of every single sheet. Great variation on sizes, as you can see as well. I love there's some peacocks in here too, as well as all of those gorgeous butterflies in there for you. Floral tones as well running through. You've got the teacup here, which is absolutely fantastic. And then what you're going to get is 8 of the printed papers, which is awesome. And then 8 of the printed and foiled cardstock too. A mixture of weights from 300 to 350 GSM there for you, which is fantastic. So that is the toppers that you have in there. You then also get the 8x8 pad as well, and this has got a lovely shine on this paper that is in here, and you can see really beautiful, lovely artwork, wonderful designs. Love this one, particularly with the presents. That was the one that we were talking about. You could very easily snip into that one should you wish. You're getting though 48 pages within there, so absolutely loads for you. And you're also then going to receive as well, of course, the inserts. The inserts, just beautiful. You're going to get 36 of these in total, and they've all got that same imagery in the muted tones. Really lovely for creating those really flowy inserts which can go on the insides of your cards. Very busy though on the Butterfly Blue at the moment. 70% of the stock is gone. There's a lot of you in the ordering process as well at the moment. It may make it to the end of the show. Will it make it to the show on Monday? Probably not. not at this rate anyway. Now we also have a great complimentary card stock available for you. It's the Miri in the electric blue, which just works beautifully. The foiling on the collection, the topper collection, is this same colour, so it's going to tie in beautifully for you. 2/3 of the stock though of this has also sold out and gone. Most people that are going for the butterfly blue adding the electric blue Miri card into their basket as well, which is fantastic. What that's of course going to do is going to help you to extend the life of that kit. It's going to help you to get even more awesome projects out of it, which is fantastic. Donna says, what an amazing card. Sandra said she's learned so much in this show. Amy said, really loving these Hunkydory collections. I think they would make making cards very easy. Can't make a decision, so I may have to get it all. Thanks so much for the demonstrations and great idea. Yes, if you want to get it all, the Buy the Show collection definitely represents the best value for money. However, 60% of the Buy the Show has now sold out and gone. I will bring those details back in again for you. You can see that 83.51 or 123.22. It is really, really busy. A lot of you waiting for an opportunity to check out. So you're absolutely rightly so glued to Craig's demonstrations. I'm going to give you an opportunity right now whilst we share with you all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money-saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
Absolutely do. It's totally free to join and it's going to help you unlock those deeper discounts. So make sure you do join the club. Right, I know we've got just under half an hour left, but Craig has loads still that he wants to fit in. So what would you like to share with us next, Craig?
Right, we're going to go back to Acorn Woods, but this time I thought let's have a look at the 6x6 pad, because this is one that sometimes many of you think, I'm not sure what to do with it, like so these or the little books. Now straight away, because these ones you've got 48 sheets, what you can do is do this, pop it onto a card mat of Adorable Scoreable, pop it onto a card blank and give it away or sell it. So there you go. Even if you sell them at £1, there's £48. You know, a couple of your extra elements. But you know what I'm like, I love to fussy cut. And because you get multiple sheets of each. So what I've done is I've taken one of the sheets. So this one here is going to stay whole. Then most of this image, I have chopped around it. So we get this look here. And then what I've done is I've taken another sheet and I've chopped around a little bit less.
Looks like some sort of bunny Wellington race or something there.
It is,
You've got them
isn't it?
lined up.
It is. It's like that bunny Wellington race, yeah. I'm working it, yeah, I suppose you could be working it as an Easter card or even just as a spring card if you want, or maybe someone's feeling under the weather, then you might want to give it to them. But what I'm doing is I'm following all around the outline of this one here. And I'm just working my way around. And this I can do for hours, Joe. And I know you like a bit of
You
fussy
love it.
cutting
I
too.
love it too. I find it so therapeutic.
Find it so therapeutic just to sit on the sofa and cut out all the way around. So each layer that I'm doing, I'm getting a little bit less and a little bit less. And then on the final layer, what I've done is I've cut the bunny rabbit out. I've cut a bottom of the Wellington out. And then I've even gone into little detail with the little specks within the
Oh,
Wellington.
Craig, that's so cute.
And I've even, because I like really small fussy cutting, I've done some of the butterflies that are here. So what I've done, let's move that out the way for the time being, up to there and up to there. So we've got our main image. I've not cut it, I've not chopped it, nothing at all. I've left it the size that it is. And we're going to go all the way round. And these are good as well for your nesting dies, Joe. If you want to create your pyramage or any of your decoupage like I've done, you could be doing that. So a piece of that adorable scoreable that complements that collection. And then what I've done is it's not quite a 1/4 of an inch bigger, it's slightly smaller, but it gives you a nice layer all the way round. So set that for the side for a second. I've taken my card blank, which is 7 by 7. And I've taken another piece of the adorable scoreable. All this collection here is matte-tastic, so you get all the incredible properties of adorable scoreable with the little bonus of being able to ink it. So this can go straight over the top, and usually I have a full 1/4 of an inch white matting layer all the way around, but this time I've kept it very subtle. So I'm going to bring in our next layer. Now you can, if you want, keep this layer flat. I'm going to go all out with the depth. So let's bring in our pads and layer these ones up. You might want to come in with your aqua pens or your aqua pencils, maybe add little accent detail all the way around. You've got that option. And I'm going to press that in. Before we do any layers, I've taken one of the coordinated inserts, see how they all match together. So you could be mixing and matching. You could use one of the other inserts if you want from the Acorn Wood collection. But I like to just complement with the same one. I'm going to do what I've done before. I've opened my card blank and I'm going to pop my adhesive down the left-hand side. So we're going to go down. We're going to pop this one in. But nothing's stopping you doing mats and layers instead if you want. I do sometimes do that with special cards for my family and friends. But we've got our nice little insert that we are all just free-flowing into the middle. So let's bring in our layers now. Either your glue gel, if you feel comfortable using the glue gel, or you've got the foam pads. I have shaped it very slightly with my poke tool. So I'm going to come in with this one now.
So you use how many sheets here? 4 sheets, Craig?
So I have you all together, yep, all together I've used 4 sheets.
Awesome. I mean, so you've got 4 sheets of each of these then in here. You could actually make 12 cards just by doing this one technique, just out of that pad alone.
Your maths is incredible.
It does say 12 designs, 4 of each on the front of the pad.
Ah, okay, I see. Even I wouldn't have clocked that if I'd thought about it. No, but that, yeah, you're absolutely right. You can do. What about a box frame for, a little girl's room?
Nice.
Course,
Or maybe the
top of
a box would look lovely,
Top of a box, absolutely. Top of the box, top of the box would look
not
good.
Top of the pops.
And now we're placing that one on. Let's bring this one in and pop that one over the top, all with foam pads. But you've got that choice with whichever one that you want to use, foam pads or glue gel. And then I'm going to take another pad, and what we're going to do is layer up these last couple. And that one. So if I pop this one into place here, so that goes there. This one can then go into here. So let's pop that one there. And then I've got a couple of butterflies. So these ones, what I'm going to do is not with foam pads because they're really small. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a tiny dot and a tiny dot. And I'm going to pop this one. I'm going to lift the wings slightly and pop that here. And then this next one.
The welly's getting a lot of love, Craig, on both Facebook and YouTube at the minute. Yes, indeed.
I'm not surprised. It's so, so cute. It really is. It comes from the full image. And I wanted to do this because usually on shows, what we do is we focus on the actual collections and not always on the little books. So this is why I wanted to focus on it, because the little books are actually one of my favourites. And then instead of taking one of the sentiment toppers from the collection, I've taken one of these toppers from one of the sentiment books. And this is the 2021 Matastic sentiment book. And it says, sending Easter blessings.
Nice.
Pop one on a pad. Let's pop the next layer on a pad.
Great that you get some more unusual sentiments in those pads, as well as kind of all the usual ones you'd expect.
It is, yeah. Lots and lots of different sentiments, lots and lots of different colours that's going to complement so many of the collections. But yes, I've had that one already cut out beforehand, but you can see you've got that depth to it with the decoupage. Keep it flat if you want, add more detail if you want, add colour, but really simple when it comes to that card.
Yeah, really stunning. And again, just one of so many different options you've got when it comes to how you pop these collections together. Let me run you back through that luxury topper collection again. Again, you'll get that insert sheet in there, which I just think is invaluable, especially if you are a new crafter. I mean, experienced crafters out there, you're going to find loads of extra ways of using these. So you get 8 of the die cut and foiled toppers, which is fantastic. So you can see these just here. You then also, that's all your foil toppers. A great variation on shapes here too, which is really refreshing to see. You then are going to get 8 of your printed cardstocks. This is on a 350 GSM cardstock now, so really, really good, heavy duty. You're also going to get 8 of the foiled and printed cardstocks within here as well. So a brilliant variation, all with that awesome, cute as a bunny imagery running all the way through there. Then what you're going to get is the 6x6 pad, which you've just seen Craig create that lovely decoupage creation with. Really awesome, loads in here. As I said, 12 designs, 4 of each. The great thing is they are double-sided, so if you do need a matte and lay, you need a colour-coordinated piece of cardstock, it's all been pre-thought about for you by the team at Hunkydory. So that is coming in there for you. And then what you're going to get is you're going to get these inserts. I don't know what it is about the inserts, Craig. I think because they are like uncoated and quite lightweight, they feel kind of like quite organic. I can't explain it. It is like the really expensive cards that you get, isn't it, out there in the greeting card shops?
They absolutely are. And the thing is, you know, don't just use them as inserts, use them as outserts. Some of them have got a lot of pattern on them, like you've seen there. So that could be a subtle backdrop. Instead of using the cardstock that you get within the set, use the inserts instead. Yeah, absolutely, you can, and you can use them on the outside of your cards too. They are absolutely fantastic. They are in an A4 size. Acorn wood, though, I need to let you know, half the stock has now sold out and gone, so you will need to be quick for that. Before we do the next demo, Craig, should we vote on the card of the show, do you think? I think we should, yes, indeed. Sue hints, says Craig just keeps showing us so many different possibilities with the sets. It is hard not to buy. You will not regret it. And Amy says she loves all the Hunkydory collections, thinks they make card making very, very easy, which is absolutely fantastic. If you want to get the Acorn wood, absolutely you can. $27.97 or $41.27 there is your price. Don't forget though, that is coming included in the larger Buy the Show collection. And what that does is it gives you the 3 brand new collections that I've shown you so far this evening. In each one of those collections, you're getting luxury toppers, you're getting a pad, and you're getting the inserts as well. $83.51 is your price, or $123.22. If you want to get it as a Club Inspired Platinum member, you can for £66 or $98. Platinum members are saving over £50 and almost $80, which is awesome compared to buying the individual items, which is just fantastic. And remember, double points on absolutely everything that you buy with us here on Crafters TV and across the wider Crafters Companion website before the end of tomorrow, which is brilliant. Now, there's loads of cards for you to vote on. We'll have to number them and hope someone in the gallery remembers which number's which, Craig. Okay, doc. So here we go. So we've gone for the first one using the butterfly blue and a little bit of acetate. So we could go within that one there.
That's number one.
Number one. Or then we went into the acorn wood. Another bit of acetate that you can see here with a nice little frame. So number
Beautiful.
2. Then we've got number 3 that we made a little concept that you can see here. Just says, well, what you could have done is if you wanted to tape the top and bottom, then you could have used that as a little slot that you can see at the side. So then that could be number 3. Then we've done number 4. So we've done a little bit of a spinner. And then we've got number 5 that you can see here. So we've created that using our little pad and done a little bit of decoupage. So we've got 5, we've got 4, we've got 3, and we've got 2, and then we've got 1 as well.
Okie doke, get voting then. You've got about 5 minutes to cast your vote, and then we'll announce that demonstration of the show, which is fantastic. Now, talking of winning, I need to announce the winner of the National Craft Month competition for today. That is Molly Hannah. Molly Hannah, congratulations, you are the winner. You need to email us, prizes@crafterscompanion.com, and claim your prize. How exciting. There will be another giveaway for the National Craft Month. It's a real haul of goodies as well. There's absolutely loads in there. We'll have another one for you tomorrow, as we do every single day, all throughout the National Craft Month of March, which is fantastic. Do you think we've got time to squeeze one more demonstration in before the end of the show then, Craig?
Oh, let's go for it. Let's go for it and let's get another one in. So what we're going to do is a 5x7 card this time. Now what I have already done beforehand is just popped our acetate. We've popped our insert into place here, and you might be able to tell we're going for the daffodils. So what I've done is I've taken one of the backgrounds. Now this background sheet looked like this, and of course it was A4, so it was longer. So what I've done, so that I could get my matten layer, I have cut this one here. So I've cut this one down to 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. And then if I show you the actual topper, because we've got little bits of blue in it, I've brought in a blue matten layer from the coordinated Adorable Scoreable. And like the acorn woods, this is matte-tastic. So I'm going to go round with my tape runner, and we can then go over the top here. And before I stick this down to my card blank, what I'm going to do is, because I've chopped the top and the bottom off, I'm going to bring this one in, and we're going to lift this up onto pads. So although you've got borders along the top, if you were to trim it down and you're going to lose any of it, think how else that you could be using it, and that's by popping it back into place using pads. And now we're going to go along the bottom here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow all the way around this bow, and I'm going to follow the line, working our way around. If you find it easier, what you could do, Joe, is go with a pencil line and run your pencil line along, and then follow that to cut out. So then that gives us our little border along the bottom. That is then also going to go along the bottom. So let's take a couple here, and what's going to happen, it's kind of going to look like you've got a bed of daffodils in the backdrop. So that's going to go down here. I need to actually trim that one very, very slightly. So let's bring this one in here. So let's layer that one up. So we've got a nice bow with our border. We've got the daffodils just peeking out from the bottom. I'm going to go in with my tape runner. So let's work our way all the way around. And then I'm going to bring in my card blank. And very similar to what I've done in the past, is I've left a little white border this time. So a really small border. And then I'm going to bring in the daffodil topper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop these bits out, still all die cut for you. Everything's die cut and held in with the pips. So I need that one. And this center frame here, the gold center frame, I don't need. So you could be using that elsewhere, maybe use it as a frame, maybe for a sentiment or a topper or a stamped image. but you've got that gold frame that you could be using. So what I'm then going to do is I'm going to bring in my tape runner and I'm going to put adhesive at the top and bottom, and then I'm going to pop this to the side and I'm going to secure that there and then there. If you wanted to pop a few pads underneath, you can do, but I kind of like that real free-flowing movement. I'm going to bring in our daffodil topper, and then what I'm going to do is bring in some pads, some more larger pads. I tell you what, I've got a little bit left over from our craft along earlier. So we can then pop that one on, and then we can pop that one on.
I don't know how you didn't use all of it. Gosh, you got through some foam pad, didn't you, in that?
I went through a lot. But no, still got a little bit. Not now, I don't. So let's take this one off. That can sit into the middle here. So we're going to press, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this topper, and I think I still had a little bit. So what we're going to do is if I peel this one off, and I'm going to pop that down the center, I'm going to turn that one around, and I'm going to pop this over my back that we can see. And actually what I will do, let's pop a little foam pad underneath just to stabilize that, because I'm going to pop this layer over the top. So that's that layer stabilized. That one can sit like that. Finish off gems or pearls if you want. But there's a really nice 5x7 card with multiple layers. Keep it flat if you want, but you've got those layers there. Picking out the blue from the spots of blue that's throughout that image. We've still got the insert in the middle as well. Another really nice card when it comes to that collection. Just adore it.
Really, really gorgeous. And just one of so many things that you're going to be able to do when you go for the buy the show. If you want to go for the Spring Melody on its own, absolutely you can. Let me take you back through exactly what you are getting included there in that collection. It is really beautiful, and I think it's perfect for this time of the year, which is absolutely awesome. So again, you're going to get that inspiration sheet as you have done with all of these collections, which is fabulous. So you've got that in there. Then you've got your toppers as well. So lots of lovely floral elements all the way through here, which I think is fantastic. These are great as well. These are a bit different for for Hunkydory, because what you've got here are all the different flowers, all like their different descriptions on there, which is something a bit different and great for just adding small amounts of interest to your cards. Again, a really great variation on the shapes here. You've got different things like your borders, and I love that it's toppers within toppers, creating those frames that allow you to layer those toppers up as well. You've also then got, of course, your printed cardstock and your printed and foiled cardstock. You get 8 topper sheets, 8 of the printed cardstock and 8 of the printed and foiled cardstock within here, which is just awesome. So a really good variation. Very floral, this one. The great thing about florals is that they are always so popular. So that is your topper collection that you've got in there. You've also then got as well your 8x8 paper pad in here too. It's got over 280 images on this, because if you look, every one of these, can you see, is a different focal points. The idea being that you use your guillotine, take the middle one out, and then you can either leave these in strips or a frame, or you can cut them all out individually. It's completely up to you. All double-sided as well, so you've got backing papers that beautifully complement each one of those focal pages as well. It's on an uncoated cardstock too, so if you want to ink onto that, you want to stamp onto that, you've got the option to do that as well, which is brilliant. Now, what we've also going to include for you in here are those inserts, and what it does is it carries through a lot of that floral imagery that was in the main collection through into those gorgeous floaty inserts. They're really lovely, a beautiful uncoated insert for you there. Craig, I believe you've got some finished creations using this particular collection. Also, Craig, demo of the show, number 5, the Wellies, is the winner. Number 5, the Wellington
The
boot.
Wellingtons,
So, yeah,
wow.
that is the winner of the show. How gorgeous.
Fab. Really nice. And I'm glad I have that one's won, because it goes to obviously show that what you can create with the little books. So what we're going to do is you can see how things that you can be making from the spring collection. So if we show another couple, one more after this one, lots of springtime colours, hence the name within the title. So with that one there, because it's matte-tastic, so you can of course colour them if you want. Let's bring a few more from the acorn woods now for you to see. So larger cards, smaller cards, you can start to create your own frames that you can see into the ones that I've showed you here. So last couple that you can see that you can be making. Lots of pinks and lilacs within this collection here, so nice.
Really awesome. Right, here what you've got of course is that inspiration sheet there for you as well, which is fantastic. You can see there all of those designs, which is brilliant. There you've got again your toppers, which is awesome. And again, what you've got are these cute bunnies all the way through. I love these little diamond toppers that are very different to what we have used before, or what you've seen before. I love that shape too. It's almost like a flower shape, isn't it? And nice that you've got lots of smaller ones in here, really making the use of every single part of these topper pages. You've got 8 of the luxury die cut and foil toppers. You're also going to then receive 8 of the printed papers within here, 8 of the foiled and printed papers as well, which is absolutely fantastic. Make sure you do grab a hold of those. $27.97 or $41.27 is your price there on those. You are not only getting that, of course, you are then going to receive also this one here, which is your 6x6 paper pad, which is fantastic. And again, this is the exact pad that Craig used to fussy cut the bunny with the Wellington boot to create that decoupage project, which was just absolutely stunning. There is that welly in the Bunnington boot. The bunny in the Wellington boot. The welly in the Bunnington. What am I like? And you're also going to receive, of course, as you are with all of these collections, the wonderful toppers, which is fantastic. So you can see those, not toppers, sorry, inserts that you are receiving just there as well. And again, the imagery pulls through. I love that you've got some fully printed inserts in there too, just mixing it up a little bit for you. $27.97 or $41.27 to get your hands on those. Star of the show, far and away, the most popular collection is the butterfly blue. We knew you'd love it because you've got those gorgeous butterflies in there. You're going to get the inspiration sheet as you always do. What you've also got though is it's quite ethereal. You've got birds in here, you've got butterflies in here. There's peacock imagery running through this as well, as you can see. Just really beautiful, wonderful for a whole host of different occasions too. So you're going to get 8 of those die cut topper sheets, you're going to get 8 of the printed sheets, and you're also then going to receive as well 8 of the foiled and printed sheets here, which is just fantastic value for money. You're going to get that, but that's not all you're receiving. Of course, you're then going to also get in here as well the 8x8 paper pad too, which has got a lovely shininess to it, a beautiful coating on there, really lovely imagery. We talked a lot about cutting into it. It's double-sided, which means you get the perfectly corresponded colorway to match the focal design on there too. You get that, and that's not all of it, because you are also, of course, going to receive as well the inserts, which are fantastic. Here you can see it as well, that lovely imagery pulled through there, just absolutely stunning. Really, really lovely. $29.97 or $44.22 if you want to get the butterfly blue collection. Very busy on this as well. I know a lot of the stock here has gone on the butterfly blue. Was it 60% of the stock we said had gone here on this one? 70 now of the butterfly blue has gone. If you want to get all of that and you want to get it in one bundle and save even more money, then you can. The Buy the Show collection is what's going to enable you to do that. 60% though of that Buy the Show collection has now totally sold out and gone. Here it is. It's essentially everything I've just shown you there in the last few minutes. I know Craig's got a few more creations he wants to share with us as well. So many awesome samples we've received, haven't we, Craig, for these collections, with lots of scope, I'd say, for different things you can achieve with these.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. You've seen some small cards, large cards. We've done some concept cards. You know, we've done many, many different ways which you can use them. So on this one here, what we've done is just created our stepper cards. You could be using your acetate that you've got at home. You've got your Z-fold cards that you could be doing with your scoreboards. Maybe you want to create box wraps with acetate that you've also got at home, embossing your blue card stock. A lot of acetate being used within this collection here. We've got the frames, use all 3 frames together like on this one here, or maybe just take out certain ones if you want. We've got easel cards. As you say, Joe, the design team at Hunkydory have done a phenomenal job. Love these cards. I love these collection. I've had an absolute blast when it comes to this collection today on Craft House.
It really is a beautiful trio of collections. Don't forget, as well as the By the Show collection, all the individual bundles, we do have all of the adorable scoreable for you as well that complements each of those collections. You'll find all of that over on the website, crafterscompanion.co.uk. .com or .eu. Another great day of shows coming up tomorrow here for you on Crafters TV. I'll be up at midday here tomorrow for you, which is going to be 8 a.m. From tomorrow in the US, because of course daylight saving has happened, and it is a fantastic opportunity to join myself and Bernie for the soft side of life in its new home. And then I've got a couple of shows with Jan after that. We've got a craft class, and then I'll also have Second Chance Sunday as well, bringing the week to a close, which is fantastic. All that leaves me to say is a massive thanks to Craig. It was a pleasure as always, so thank you, Craig.
You're very welcome. Absolute pleasure to be working with you on this Saturday all day.
Big thanks to George and Charlotte next door in the gallery as well. And the biggest thanks, of course, to all of you at home. I'll see you back here tomorrow for another full day. Take care.